Hey guys, I just finished, well, it's not done yet, I still need to add some scenery and stuff to it, but I wanted to show off the layout today that I just finished building. Well, it's about like 98% complete, I'd say. So we'll start at the roundhouse here. This is the table layout. This hasn't really changed much. It's just the, roundhouse here. So we have, the new roundhouse that was built after the, I don't remember what episode it was. I think it was Revolution 9. It was built after that in Merch Tales. And then it's just the standard double line here with the sidings, the station, the shed. This I need to find a place for. We have the passing siding, the signal, the junction to the turntable, sheds. And then I also added this station, and it just loops back up there. So this has been through multiple iterations, but this is the current one. Who knows how long it'll last for, probably as long as this layout, or maybe shorter if I have to take it up for some reason, but yep, that's not really changed much. So now we'll get into the true layout here, the big one on the floor. We'll start at the superstation. The right slope just goes down through Stefano and then just exits out onto a ramp. So say if they wanted to come through here onto the carpet, they can do that. And then the right slope goes down around to a curve. And then this track leads to the Trackmaster where Knapford is. Goes around, there's a set of points back there. And comes around to the Diesel Works, has its own siding. And then starts the main line out through here under the Arch Bridge. Arch Bridge travels over this and the Wooden Railway and splits off, which takes engines to the Take and Play layout. And this way it takes them to the Wooden Railway, which is a roundhouse, and loops around through the Steamworks, across the drawbridge to the barrel loader, and then under the arch bridge. So kind of follow the three lines here. Now tell me one goes back here, through a station, and then onward. This one also goes through a station, and then we already saw the Take and Play. The Wooden Railway crosses the Take and Play with the gray suspension bridge down through the chocolate factory. The Take and Play layout is just very hard to describe because it's just Take and Play sets thrown together. This is just like a little engine storage area. And then it goes to the gold mine, and then the terminus area with the turntable and the yard with all the rolling stock with Stingo's very own siding, and then just a bunch of engines there. The Tomei layout goes under the TV stand, and then comes out this way, and then starts the approach to the overpass. And the Wooden Railway kind of just comes through the Lionel and Lego. And it also has a bridge here into a tunnel, which we will get to once we get over this area. So this is the overpass. It carries the Tomei line across both Lionel tracks. And then down over the Wooden Railway, and then over the Wooden Railway again, through another bridge, and then runs alongside the Lionel for a little while before coming down here to the yard. And the yard is basically just like a big loop with a bunch of sidings. Comes around here. There's Farquhar. There's the big yard. And comes back through this crossing and loops around to where Action Canyon is, which is here temporarily until I can find a place to put it. The track just runs behind that and curves around. Another station. And around here to the Trackmaster again with the docks, as I call it. And then it just comes up around here. There's a kind of passing siding here with like an elevated track. There's a siding there. Comes around. And then over the arch bridge, or not the arch bridge, the drawbridge, and then comes back into that set of points. So now we'll go back and follow the wooden railway, which, after coming out here, goes through this tunnel and runs along the Lego railway, over a series of bridges. And I actually put this here purposefully because what happens with my family is that they tend to just not pay attention to where they're walking. So the bridge being there, like the decline kind of forces them to look where they're going so they don't break anything. And then this comes around into the big yard for the wooden railway, which has the 3-road shed, and then this little, I don't even know what you call, like a reversing loop, I guess, because what'll happen is just grab Airy here. So come along and just be able to run around instead of finding a turntable. And that's beneficial if you have a train, because what happens is wooden railways don't have the take and play magnets. They can only couple one way. So it's easier to just bring a whole train around a turnaround loop than, you know, spin each individual car or coach on a turntable. So it's also very beneficial for trains coming down here, because then they turn around and they come back out and go this way. Comes past the signal box through this like Wellsworth cargo loader thing, then around to a crossing, and then it splits off into another yard. This is kind of the engine storage yard, because typically what I find is storing cars and like trains and stuff on a curve is not as good as a straight. So I leave the straight tracks to store cars, well, except for these because I ran out of room, and then you use the curves to store just the engines. That's why you see so many engines. It's got the crane here, it's got the breakdown trains, it's got the turntable here with different pieces of rolling stock, and then that actually comes all the way over here to store all the brake bands. And then we also have a siding for an unnamed character that'll be introduced soon. So that splits off, comes up through here, over this bridge, up through the mountain tunnel thing, and then back down into this Steamworks main line. So now we'll look at the Lego Railway, which is pretty brief, and I actually need to put this back. I had this out to work on tracks around it because I don't want to break these. So it starts here at this like yard crane area, and then circles around. I actually had to decrease the length of the loop because it was interfering with the yard. So it comes around into that, and then just kind of weaves around here. This is another loop. It comes around to the Turtle Controller's house, which is denoted by that little car being there, and actually loops around that like support back out. Now, this usually isn't here because in the Merch Tales lore, he just gets on this passenger train and then rides to the Take and Play where he gets on Spencer. So just a little lore fact for you Merch Tales fans. And then it comes out here, and then goes into its final loop, which goes around and meets with the wooden railway, Take and Play, and Lionel. Speaking of Lionel, we'll look at that now. It's, I think, the most simple line out of all of them, because it's literally not even a loop. So it's just two lines here that go back. One kind of goes in there. I think that's Michael. Yeah, that's Michael's line. I don't know why I'm confusing myself. I mean, Jeffrey's right there. Goes under the overpass, through Facility Station, and then around here. One splits off. Goes that way. Michael's line comes out here, past the towing yard. It has an automatic, or I guess not automatic, but button-operated uncoupler instead of just manual one, whatever you. It's kind of hard to explain. It's like, it's an electric one and not just a plastic one. But, yeah, this line comes through here. And, that lamp was knocked over in, I believe it was the latest 033 to kill an aquatic bird. So that's why that's being lifted. Very, very weirdly, though, I couldn't get the rubber band right. So it comes through here, and then there's Schmidt, and with the 2 sidings, and then it comes back here and just ends in a buffer. Unfortunately, I don't have 2, so Jeffrey can't just crash into that. I would have put that up on the other end, but I'm planning to do an expansion for Action Canyon back here if I can fit it. But, you know, I still have Tomy stuff to do. I might put a road, and that's what all these are in here for. This is the road box. And that's why those 2 tunnels aren't put on yet either. But yeah, that's the whole layout. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. I'll probably do an update whenever I figure out what to do with Action Canyon and all of this leftover Trekmaster track. Yeah, just stay tuned for what happens to it in the future. And, well, that's all I have to say. See ya. Thanks for watching.